All right, guys, welcome to our Wednesday CrossFit Genesis blog post. Chris has kindly volunteered to show us his front rack position. We're doing a bunch of front squats today in class, and Wednesday, when this video will post, we've got, I think, some push presses and some other stuff that requires us to get in this rack position. And you'll notice Chris, right, let's see if I can point, right here, his elbows are a little low. Chris, can you get your elbows any higher right now? He's working for it, but you can see his wrists are pretty bent. That's going to put a lot of pressure on his wrists because he can't get his elbows quite as high as he wants them. And some of that weight has to sit on his hands. Now, number one thing he needs to do is get those shoulders more flexible, but until he does that, he's going to want to try to loosen up his wrists so it doesn't hurt so bad. All right, thanks, Chris. So I'm going to hand over to Casey now. Casey's going to get me on the camera. So again, number one thing, if you've got that going on, work on the shoulder flexibility. I'm going to butcher a statement from Kelly Starrett, the mobility guru. If you're not working on the problem, then you don't have a problem. So don't talk about your wrists hurting if you're not working on getting your shoulders more flexible so you can get your elbows up. But if you're working on that, and it's just a matter of time, then we can do some things to give you some relief until you get that shoulder flexibility so that your wrists aren't hurting all the time. I don't see anybody wearing them right now, but one of the things you can do is get some wrist braces. Those will help and provide some pain relief. But the other thing I've discovered that I learned about last night, there's some wrist mobility things that we can do. So I'm going to go down here, Kate. So first thing, just kind of look at where your wrist flexibility is. So hold your hands like this and see how far you can pull your hands back, how far you can pull your wrist back. And then let's see if we can make that better. So the first thing you do is take a lacrosse ball and get to work on this forearm. So we don't really work on loosening this up very much. You can get kind of knotted up and tight. So just take a lacrosse ball and massage that in here. Make sure you're getting both sides. Make sure you're getting in here and spend a couple minutes working on this and trying to loosen up those muscles. And you'll see doing this for a couple minutes will help you get some more flexibility there. And I've already gained about an inch. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but my right wrist is already coming back further. And then the next thing we can do is take a band attached to something sturdy like a post, or I did it on my couch last night at home. Attach that to your wrist so that it's pulling away from your arm like this, and then use your other hand to pull your wrist forward, hold your hand down, and then treat it like a calf stretch. Try to bend your wrist this way and just apply some pressure here and get the stretch. Spend a minute or 2 minutes on this, and again, see if you can get that wrist loosened up. Both those things will help get that wrist into a little bit more flexible position so it doesn't hurt so much when you're struggling with that front rack position. All right, don't forget, work on those shoulders too, and if you have questions about that, let us know, and let me know what you think about this in the comments. Thanks, guys.